Shalom, this is Kblaze. All praises to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. And thank you to the Holy Spirit. It gives us the discernment to be able to navigate the knowledge that we have so that we can apply wisdom to that. With that, just want to flip this around, show you a picture that I drew over the weekend. That great city wisdom. Oh, that great city wisdom. But you know what? It can get covered up by clouds of emotions when it storms up, when it's brewing up. Okay? That great city wisdom. I just want to go through a couple of screenshots real quick. Where we at? Oh, okay, cool. Just flip back here to here. All right. This is the emblem for the World Health Organization. Kind of look like the UN situation. What we got? Is that a flat earth map? Okay, yeah, Moses had the staff and the serpent, and the Israelites could look upon it and be healed. But that's not what this means, man. This has been hijacked. And what's the sprigs of wheat coming around the outside? Is that Antarctica, the firmament? What? Oh, Hollywood and Ebola. We're hearing more and more about Ebola going on these days. And what was it? Our military decided they was going to start testing it on bats and like infecting bats on purpose so they can try to see how it works. Man, they know how it works. Bats carry Ebola. Put poison to bats, let them go in the land you try and wipe out and take over. Okay? Same thing as smallpox. Y'all just got the same tricks up your sleeve. Okay? But then you want to throw it in your Hollywood. Your wand made of holly that you're using to deceive everybody. But don't worry, because the United States is not at risk. Nothing to worry about here. The fifth of the 14 facts that you should know about Ebola. So, United States, we don't have to worry, right? Right next to a HIV ad. Well, right next to a HIV ad. Melina in Bronx, living with HIV ever since she got infected with it from either a dirty blood transfusion or somebody switching and flipping, messing around, spreading this nasty plague. Okay? But don't worry, United States is not at risk. And I'm going to keep on bringing that back out. Another little Ebola deal. We've got National Institute of Health on the backdrop of this. This is from CNN. Why did so-called black Ebola victim die and so-called white victims live? I really wonder. You know, I'm going to look into that a little bit more and try to get to the bottom of that. But, you know what, in the United States, don't worry. We're not at risk. And obviously not at risk because look at how happy Larry is. Hey, Mr. Governor. In front of his marble carved fireplace with false gods carved into it, ceilings like 20 feet tall. Okay, looking like Mr. Burns, looking like a thick Mr. Burns. All right. Oh, and that previous picture with Larry was comparing his politics to Reagan's politics, and talking about Larry likes to play the middle. There ain't no middle. It's either good or evil. It's either going to destroy us or it's going to help us to prosper. Okay? But it's beyond this now. It's a little too ripe for all this. Okay? That's crazy. That's a mockery of the American people, no matter what their nationality is. Look at this. It's horrible. Oh, yeah. I did a whole video on that. What is this? Twin Towers, guy in the back with a detonator. Maybe that's Larry Silverstein. Okay. Or maybe he's got the remote controller for the plane. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway. But don't worry. The United States is not at risk. Same gender love. Okay. Right on Charles Street. All right. Who would have thought you could have a whole store and be prosperous in righteous America with a store like this? Okay, a rainbow afro wig. Oh man. But don't worry, the United States is not at risk of plagues. That just kind of speaks for itself. Yeah, That just kind of speaks for themselves, okay? Zion will be protected, but Zion is not who the people who are calling themselves Zionists today. Them reggae bands talk about Zion. Oh, I skinned my knee skateboarding the other day. Just wanted to brag about that. I went down to see the Israelites. I should have known that they wasn't going to be there because it was a high Sabbath after Passover. I should have had my behind home doing my high holy convocation as well, but I got in the face of the dragon and I rolled out. I did an article on this, or I did a video on this, but the color wasn't all that great, so I enhanced the color. Women in space, the little girl from the Pearl Vision thing. Oh, I'm dreaming I want to go to space, and I can because other women have, but you know, she got all these women idols on her wall, and then Cleopatra right here. It's this Egyptian stuff. Okay? Hat like a plumed serpent. Get out of here, man. And they name all the rockets after false gods. This is some Jonathan Kleck did. I just thought it important to pop a screenshot of it. Slaughter, fruit, destruction, Abaddon, destruction, a Christian prophet and destruction, desire, oh, exclamation of pain and torment. Jonathan Kleck does a good job breaking this stuff down. Oh, a 5G advertisement, okay? We all know what a reaper sickle looks like, a scythe. Well, they don't just have one. Look at them, 3 big reaper scythes. If you people don't think that 5G is going to roast your organs and roast your blood and roast your brain and roast the oxygen out of the air, then I don't know what to tell you. Nothing can help you. You're just going to die in delusion and ignorance. And then just a desolate picture of the Baltimore Trade Center. Oh, yeah. Again, back to Larry's office. Look, 2 pillars and the arch in the middle. This one just happens to feature some NASA type stuff. Oh, again, back to that Larry Hogan article. He had been given an acoustic guitar from Tim McGraw that he could put up on his wall. Okay? After Tim McGraw was serenading him. But Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, but then it turns out McGraw Hill is the name of the Common Core school book that the children have to learn when they start reading. And a bee with 2 human being eyes, okay, smiling. That bee don't have nothing to smile about. The chemtrails is killing it. What else we got? Oh, George Soros and Junkert. I don't know what's going on over here, but it doesn't look like good news. Anytime you see this guy in your drive-thru, just get him his cheeseburgers and get him out on his day. And that's the bottom line. Oh, it's another thing right downtown the harbor. They got a mast from an old slave ship and all this red granite. Always got to be using this red granite. Just like the Egyptian obelisk. Always got to be red granite. Okay? Right up atop Fed Hill. Oh, it looks like a warning sign. Keep back blank amount of feet, and it's got it marked out how many feet you need to stay back. And I'm gonna tell you why. This is right down in the harbor, right by the slave ship. All right, look, this little thing right here, that's like the server. All right, the power supply, but the wires go up to the top of this light pole, and up at the top of this light pole, that's the transmitter. Okay, and you tell me what's the minimum safe distance of a microwave transmitter? What's the minimum safe distance on a millimeter transmitter? What's the minimum safe distance from a Wi-Fi transmitter? Okay, if you're close to this thing, it's roasting you. And there's people that sit out here, try to eat their lunch, just walking around, you're getting roasted. This was really weird, okay? John Legend on Stinky Booty Duty, a Pampers ad. This is sketchy, man. I don't know what's going on here, but I don't want to know what's going on there, because I can only imagine. All right, this is just a little, you know what I mean? It's prophecy that your family and the ones closest to you, they gonna be your worst enemies in the last days. Okay. I was working on some fringes. Oh, here comes Hollywood again. Look, giving everybody shots. But don't worry, United States is not at risk. This is just freaking ridiculous. You look like Hitler. All right, these guys talking about.
I'm gonna say this too. These niggas out there think this shit is cool, but it ain't cool. Me and this man ain't never been butt naked in no room together with no hoes, putting no orgy type shit or doing none of that whole ass shit you niggas out there be doing, thinking you doing some fly shit. Nigga, if you in a room naked with some other niggas and some broad, them niggas looking at your ass. And if that shit is gay, and you get on some other shit, me and this man got nothing but respect for each other. We ain't never put no train, we ain't no motherfucking freaks. We some family men, we getting this paper.
All right, we get the point, yeah. But hey, that's a good one for Pride Month, right? Yeah, we'll just end that one off with Pride Month. All right. So one love, all praise to the Most High. Oh, one thing I do want to say real quick. Let me see if my drawing is in here. We had the one wisdom drawing. I got another one in here. Let me see. Bear with me while I flip through. There's a lot going on. So many notes. So many notes. Let's see. Will I find it? Oh, gotta be getting close. Oh man, I spilled coffee all through my book the other week. All right, yeah, here, let me get this back so we can see this other one that I did. All right. Emotions. It looks like destruction all the way around. Versus your logic. Okay, read the book of James. And be cool, man. Have faith. Peace and blessings, y'all. All praise to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai.